Hey guys, we are here playing Geist up against Genomics. Pretty good hand with a Desperado start, so we're going to keep this. Usually if Desperado's there, I'll keep it no matter what else is in there, because that's just worth a lot of money early on. Especially if we're checking a lot of remotes to make sure he's not pulling any fast ones on us. No money, so I'm not really worried if I hit a snare, because I wanted to pay 4. I will check this. Let's play the Fall Guy. If it's filled by one of those 3 cards and not 4 that way. And it's Pad Campaign. Okay, we'll leave that for now. Might come back and kill that later. Are we going to need this for damage prevention? Because you can kind of use it on their turn. Structure cards. No, let's use it right now. Let's get things rolling, see if we get anything exciting. We don't, just another same old thing. Which will be good later on, especially if we can start spamming pads on him. Or start spamming siphons on him. We'll get rid of this pad next turn, I think. Sucker's pretty good. So we can hopefully get away without playing too many breakers if he's not playing too much ice. And then we can have, you know, like 2 or 3 breakers out and then a sucker covering any larger ice to avoid archer problems. He's gonna ice the archives. Fair enough. Anything? Oh, this could be pretty good. Let's see what we see. Fall Guy, Crowbar, Shiv. Alright, this is a really good flexibility to have. So let's get rid of that right away. And we'll start poking at the HQ or at the R&D pretty shortly. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Can hopefully surprise him with a breaker he didn't know he had. And then you get a card for Street Peddler and a card for the breaker. Wow, the triple install. All in the same server. Wow. It's kind of fun, isn't it? Oh, we gotta check this out. Let's see it. Self-destruct. Okay. I would kind of rather he not take 3 net damage. Interesting. So he's now put 2 face down cards in the archives. Okay. I can dig it. Let's go check them. Hope this is not Crick. It's probably Crick though. It's always Crick these days. Oh no, we're gonna get to flip these cards. And what are they? Medical Breakthrough. And he's going to purge our data sucker. Okay. Bit of lag there. This is not coming out right now. There we go. We are running on fumes. We have like no money whatsoever. Let's poke. He can't do much to us. We always pop this for an extra card if we need an extra card for some reason. I want to get Desperado dollars to get our money together. And maybe even a good access. Can get rid of a trap or something. Pretty great. Clone Retirement. Oh, that's amazing. Now there's a bad pub. Oh, baby. Yeah, that heavily benefits us. I want this card. He's at 5. We're gonna need 2 breakers out in case of Kamanu, so I'm gonna play this spike out. And let's see what we can see. If it's Cortex Lock, we can just take 2 damage. It's Eli. He's on 3 cards. Don't overly care for that. I think we just jack out here. He could have successful demo, which would suck, but I'm gonna gamble that he does not. Oh, there's the Cortex lock. Alright, we'll pop this for a card. And we're gonna take some damage. But now he's on $0, so good enough. Oh, I should have got Shiv. I clicked the wrong one. Oh well. Now Fetal is really bad, so we're gonna... No, it's not that bad. We got the bad pub, and we would survive. Yeah, I'm feeling lucky. Blacklist. I'll let him draw that. That does not help him right now. Okay, this Corroder's gonna let us go through this Eli pretty cheaply. Losing the same old thing's no big deal. It was dead anyway. But I should definitely click the Shiv. I clicked the wrong one. Hopefully get a fairy soon or something. Or just anything to go into our MU. So probably puts the blacklist out. Probably puts something else out too. We see account siphon. With him on $0. Not so good yet. Yeah, we could trash it with our bad pub. We don't even need to yet. It's just not an issue. I don't think we're gonna even... I mean, it stops the same old thing we're hitting from bringing siphon back. But I'm gonna check this card while we can. San. Okay, so his plan is a fast advance and a higher trash cost to keep us from trashing the San. Makes some sense on paper. Don't hate it. So if he's playing Sanson and Blacklist, there's probably no tag punishment. We can probably float against him. I like the sounds of that. He's hanging by on $1. I mean, we're going to check this, right? I think we're going to check everything. Keep him honest. Shock. Fair. No real point trashing, because I might want to go to the archives later on. Security testing is actually pretty... It's going to solve all our money problems for the rest of the game. Pretty happy with that. Maker's Eye is a bit risky. Unless we fill our hand first and or bring him to 0. But he is hurting for cash. So even though we're not playing any actual cards in our deck that stop damage, we are doing okay. Between our ability to draw when we need to, and just keeping a very poor portfolio. Not too bad. Okay. Croder, Siphon, remove tags. Are we gonna float? We kind of need to know what this is in case he can duck his money down. It's another San. Okay. So siphoning now actually makes some sense. We'll be able to go here. And I actually want a card. Now that I have this Corroder, I'm going to trigger this. I actually use one too many tokens. Oh well. We did it, so we're going to do it. Fire off the Siphon. Got money for days. Let's draw in case of shenanigans. So the great thing about this card is you don't care if it gets trashed that much, because we paid 0 for it, and we haven't got another one. It's really going to slow him down more to trash it. So he's on portfolio as a main money thing, which argues for actually killing this blacklist. And then our clone chip turns on as well. Like now we've got a pile of cash. Yeah, it seems like a good turn. Passport. Okay, I like that. Get rid of that. Trash it with his own money kind of thing. And we'll just set up. I'm not sure he can stop us from just siphoning him again as soon as he gets some more money. This kind of econ denial is so strong against decks that want to play with less ice. Like a Crisium is pretty good for him right now. So he's put his shock in the trash. That's the face down card there is his shock. He's going to overdraw, looking for some money. Probably dumping more shocks and agendas in the trash as well. So now our call is we want to hit the archives and eat at least one shock. I think we really don't. We can do like draw Jackson, then check the archives. No, I like all these cards a lot. Let's just check the, we'll make the Jackson go away. Will we? No, we actually probably shouldn't. It costs 4 extra. It's a little pricey. We're kind of seeing it like, okay. That was a bit of a bluff. I think I would have just taken the Desperado dollar and jacked out. Like, it would have cost us quite a bit. But then he would have had agendas in there, you know what I mean, that he could not use, or he could not save. So he's now saved the agendas, it's just the shock in there. We don't need to run archives. Cool. Sneak door, you say? Yeah, it's not bad. So next turn I kind of like Maker's Eye. We can fetch a Breaker or a Crescentus and just run through the Cortex lock. This is where not having Link is actually pretty good because we want to use up our MU. 5 is usually enough. So we only play 1 Dyson Mound chip. For those late game scenarios where you do want to go over top. Getting rid of these early is definitely what we want. The earlier these come out of the game, the earlier his hand becomes a ripe target. Targeted marketing. Yeah, not bad. Naming account siphon. Sweet deal. Thing is, we already got value. We already got that gigantic tempo swing. Yeah, I'm not going to test this turn anyway. Well, maybe I am. Bleh. We'll just do like that for now. So there's now 1 face down card in there. You know what? I will pay to trash this at 5. Really 4 because of this bad pub. gonna let me have it. Okay. So let's see what our clone chip gets us. We'll take the spike, or no, we'll take the shiv. Seems good to have a sentry breaker just in case we don't get another one. Utopia's pretty good too. Makes him discard at random into his archives. I'm not crazy about that. It's still pretty good, but I don't think it's good enough. Let's fire the makers. Take some damage. The rest of these cards are pretty expendable. We can probably turn this marketing off pretty quickly. Lotus Field, Medical Breakthrough, and Blacklist. The Blacklist... And we're not playing Levy, so I don't super care about Blacklist. I'm gonna trash it. Because we're gonna play this gamble. And then we can same old makers next turn. Yeah, that seems pretty good. In turns for Jackson Howard. Okay. That's fair. I did pay a decent chunk of cash to get rid of that. But he can't really tax me out when I can click for $3. That's the issue. That's the issue. Okay, let's do the plan we're gonna do. Woolmaker's Eye again. We get a card from the same old thing. And we'll see 3 fresh because we trashed that Blacklist last turn. It's gonna shuffle in some... What? Portfolio, I imagine he's hurting for money. Maybe interns too. Turtlebacks. That's fine, I think. I think it's a cost of 2 up front. It's going to be slow to actually pay off. Turtlebacks and a shock. Oh, that's unfortunate. We'll leave the shock. So there's no more shocks in the archives now, so we can just check them whenever we want to keep that down. Lose a fairy. Not a problem. Just get our $3 from testing here. I think he has too much tricks and not enough fundamentals here. Like at this point, we can break pretty much anything he throws at us, and we only had to pay like 4 or 5 credits for it. 5 credits for this rig. So we're gonna see Turtlebacks come down, but his tax plan really got a wrench into it from this clone retirement. And like that's absolutely not happening. So we drew Turtlebacks just now. Let's go HQ. Shut off the Eli maybe. It's Crick. It's power 3. Okay. I'm gonna actually use this just for a card. I want the card. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And what do we see? I'm gonna to actually shard here. Then we can basically like double access. We'll see 2 instead of 1. Let's confirm this is Turtleback. I'm almost certain that it is, but we want to make sure it's not the 3rd Jackson. Because if I hit an agenda with the Utopia shard, I do not want him to rescue it. Yeah, it's Turtleback, so we'll get rid of that. We can't have him resing it and then like installing 3 remotes for $3. Because that's not cool. Let's hit the archives. We can pay for Crick if we need to, but it's probably not Crick. He would have resed it much earlier. It's probably like another Eli maybe. So we'll pop our shard, get a card. Seems good. And hope that was the agenda. Shock and Fetal. Yep, that does it. So there you have it. Like, that was really one-sided. I just don't think this kind of net damage deck can compete against this deck where we have just cards coming out our ass all the time. And we can do a quick full rig in case we need it, and then just test remotes for money. Like, all the bases are covered. Thanks for watching, guys.